Well, good morning, guys. On my way to do a little recon for a job I have coming up. I'm going to be going up Mount Yale. I've never been there before, but I'm going to be doing some video work for a really cool group. And, you know, whenever I get the opportunity to rehearse something or do a recon on a job, I'm going to do it as realistic as possible. So this will give me a chance to check out the route, get a good idea of how long it's going to take, get a good idea of, you know, the places where I can get the best shots and things like that. We are in a considerable avalanche danger right now for this area. Pretty much all aspects at and above tree line. So it's definitely going to be important to monitor my route. You know, I'm also doing this solo, so I'm not going to have anybody out there with me. So definitely want to make sure that I'm not crossing under slopes that are exceeding 30 degrees and not on 30-degree slopes. But I'm kind of excited. It's been a while since I've done this sort of thing. I used to do it quite a bit when I was in the military, but yeah, it's been a while since I've done a good mountain objective. I'm hoping maybe somewhere between 6 to 8 hours for summit, and probably only about 1 to 2 hours to get back down. So anyway, we'll see. I'm gonna be playing it super safe today. Here we go. Looks like we're gearing up for an adventure, that's for sure. So popped her in 4-wheel drive. We're gonna continue to cruise on up, see how far we can get. Hopefully I can get all the way up to the trailhead, or at least not very close to it, but I guess we'll see. All right, well, we definitely lucked out that there was the road was open all the way to the trailhead. So snow's coming down pretty good, so I'm gonna have to be careful with snow loading, you know, in an area that's already kind of considerably dangerous as far as avalanches go. But again, we're just gonna keep an eye on our slopes, keep an eye on the snowpack, make sure we're not doing anything that's gonna be dangerous. I don't care about summit enough to put myself in a dangerous situation. You know, summit fever really is a real thing. But, you know, especially since I'm alone and there's nobody else out here, I definitely want to be careful on this one. So just got through the parking lot, not a single track here, not a single vehicle. Doesn't look like anybody's been here, at least for, I don't know, a couple hours, maybe since yesterday. So anyway, we're gonna see if we can't find this trailhead. We're gonna get geared up, and we're gonna start moving. I'm about 10 minutes ahead of schedule, so I'm pretty happy about that. All right, here we go. All right, guys, putting on the gonna get geared up a little bit. It's nice and comfy for the drive. So I'm gonna get the old ski boots on and get ready to go. I think the trailhead is actually just right behind the truck. At least that's what it looks like. That's what GPS is saying, so we will see. I am pretty happy about this snow because I plan on skinning majority of this route, and you know, I was kind of concerned that I would be doing a lot of, you know, boot packing and then skinning and then boot packing, you know, so actually having a nice snow layer on the ground is gonna make things a little bit faster for me, and, especially on the way down. So anyway, kind of happy about that, but we'll see what ultimately ends up happening. Most of this is gonna be under headlamp, at least for, shoot, I got another 2.5 hours before the sun comes up. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get up to tree line, you know, when it's still dark, and catch a nice sunrise right over the top of the mountains, which would be really cool. So anyway, I guess we'll see. You go here, got my boots on, and yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Guess we'll step on outside, go headlamp mode, and we'll go from there. All right, and because of, you know, terrain we're kind of headed into, even though I'm alone and you know, not really gonna do any good as far as like finding anybody else. I am gonna wear my Avi beacon. Not that, you know, again, mostly because if the worst did happen, I'd at least like to be able to get found. So I'm gonna throw this on my base layer and go ahead and make sure I got it turned on. Again, that way if something does happen, at least I can be found. So I'm on send and we're good to go. So it's just one of those things that, like, you know, I pass my, you know, I print out my route and I give my wife all my timestamps, so she knows just about where I'm supposed to be at certain times. And then I also give her the number to the ranger district and what time she should call them if she doesn't hear from me at all. So anyway, I just like to do as much as I can, you know, to eliminate, you know, an issue if I get caught up in something. So anyway, it's free to be safe. So I'm gonna continue to do that. So let's go ahead and get the skis on and we're ready to rock. All right, got our poles ready here. We're gonna go ahead and click in and actually, hold up, rotate these. So if you're unaware, these are AT bindings, which basically means you can lift your heel, which means you can actually walk. So I just rotate the pins out of the way. See, this one's got the pins facing forward, and that hooks into these little holes, you know, you got on the back of the boot. So by rotating it to the side, it'll mean that there we go. It'll mean that I can lift my heels so I can actually walk. So we'll go ahead and step in. All right, and I'll step in over here. All right, and pull these guys up. That locks the toes in, and now we're good to go. Now we're skinning and skiing uphill. All right, we'll get going and I'll check in a little bit. All right, well, our first little obstacle here. It's kind of a creek crossing. I don't necessarily want to get my skin soaking wet, so I'm probably going to take the skis off and boot it over the other side, and I'll try not to fall, but I'll keep the camera running. So let's go ahead and pop these skis off and make our way across. Jeez, I almost lost my ski in there. All right, there we go. One reason why I like super lightweight skis. All right, let's boot across this thing. Try not to eat shit, you know, at the beginning of this freaking route. Not really much good ice to go. So I'm gonna toss my skis across. That wasn't the best. All right, there we go. All right, we're back on the other side. I don't think there's any more of those. So we're gonna pop the skis back on. Well, tell you what, we got one more little one. I'm just gonna toss them across there, and we'll continue on. The reason I don't want to get my skins all wet is because then the snow sticks to them, and you kind of get like the platform shoes effect. So there we go. A little bit better. We'll go ahead and flip ourselves in. Oops. All right, lock it up. Next one, and lock it up. All right, Looks like we are past. Just as I said, we're past creek crossings. We're literally right here at another one, but I think I can bridge this one with skis on, and then at least for the foreseeable distance, I can keep them on. So let's try that. So we got a little rock here. I can kind of step on them, or you know what? This side looks a little better. I got these big flat rocks. I bet I can just kind of bridge my way over. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. All right, now we're back in business. I'll catch you guys a little bit later. All right, guys, we're a little over an hour in, and I thought I'd show you guys some of the things that, you know, you need to consider that could be kind of spooky. So it's gonna be tough to tell, but I've got a crossing here to get from where I'm at kind of over to this other spot, and a nice slope, probably about 35 degrees. So definitely avalanche angle. So what I'm looking for is snow depth as one of them. I'm also looking for signs of rock, signs of brush or sticks, things like that. Because you need two things to slide. You know, you need angle and you need snow. So it doesn't look like there's enough snow to have a full-on slide unless it shears down to the ground. So I'm gonna kind of stick right to where I believe the trail is, kind of follow my light here, push across. The reason why you really want to be careful on this is obviously you look down, and it's a hell of a terrain trap. You know, even if the snow's not enough to bury you, it's enough to push you down into a place you don't want to be. So we're gonna be kind of quiet. We're gonna be kind of easy as you cross this. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and here we go. Definitely deeper here. So that's getting me down to the ground, and actually it doesn't look like we've got separate layers here. So this is all one consolidated snowpack, which is a good thing for me, because that makes things a bit more stable. So let's plunge our way across here. Another reason I like skis over snowshoes is that they disperse the weight a lot more, so you don't get as much penetration. So also a little bit safer when traveling in unstable snowpacks. So whew. All right, good stuff. Just thought I'd share. We're making pretty good time right now, so I'm gonna push for probably another 30 minutes, and then we'll stop. I'll put some layers on, eat a little snack, drink a little water, and we'll see where we're at. All right, guys, we'll stop and take a little break here, just past this section that, to be honest, I wasn't super happy about. It's definitely getting into some multiple layers of snow. So I was pretty careful about the route that I chose to get across there. So I'm gonna stop here for just a minute, take the pack off, grab a little bite to eat, get a little drink of water, and then looking at the map, it looks like we're gonna head off this direction, up this hill a little bit, and then it's gonna switch back and kind of follow the contour line, and that should be a pretty straight shot from there all the way up to the ridge line. So just this little gulch here we had to cross to get here, and there are some remnants of potentially some boot packing, maybe yesterday or the day before. I'm not sure, depends on how much new snow there is. So anyway, go ahead and do that. See if I can pop in some snow here. Yep, there you go. All right, I can't really tell what we're pointed at, so hopefully it's not just looking at my midsection the whole time. Whew, all right. Of course, snackies go on top, and I'm actually gonna pick up the pace quite a bit, try to get the body heat rolling. That'll help out a lot. So, short break. There we go. Sorry, I dropped you guys in the snow. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, guys. Well, obviously it's daylight now. My goal of trying to hit the ridge line prior to sunrise is not happening. It's been a hell of a time trying to route find. Nobody's been here in a while, so there's no trail to follow. The actual trail I've been kind of skirting because it just runs through this gulch the whole time, and with this amount of new snow, I just don't feel super comfortable being down in that terrain trap. And honestly, I think the line that I chose is going to be much better skiing anyway. So I'm going to take a little break here. I probably pushed longer than I should have before stopping, but I'm going to drink some water, get some calories in me, and we'll pick back up from there. But yeah, I've been busting trail this entire route so far, so a couple hours. So I mean, it'd be nice for fresh tracks, but yeah, it's a slog. So snow depth is probably just under waist high for me anyway, and I'm about 5'6". So a little bit deeper in some spots. So definitely glad to have the skis today. If I was on snowshoes, I'd be a lot further behind than I am right now. So anyway, let's get a little break going. See if I can balance the GoPro somewhere. Probably gonna drop you guys in the snow. I'll tell you what, I bet this thing pops out. I bet you're out there. Because the body has a certain physiological response to altitude, and it burns things differently. So it actually loves to run on sugars when you're up here. So I'm gonna give it what it craves. It'll help me out. Don't move the trash. Looking like some nice frozen gushers. Like hard as a rock. I'm gonna be smart, sit on my bag. Don't lose all my heat. Yep. Here we are. All right. Oh, stick, darn you. It's like the Velcro's like worn out on this thing. It doesn't stick all the time. It's freaking bothers the shit out of me. All right. Ugh. Hey guys, Thanks for joining me for my little snack break. I'll hit you up as soon as you gain the ridge, which I believe I can see it way up there. That's the top. Let's go. Hey guys, well, looking at my map here, looks like I'm just about 500 feet shy of the ridge line. And then, see if you look off to this side, you can't really tell, but through these trees, I can see the tops of the other trees, which is that large hill kind of right in the center here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna follow this semi trail up to the saddle and then skirt the contour line to get around this big little mini peak. That should keep me on steady ground, at least going flat. And then once I gain the ridge line after that, or once I'm on the ridge after that, it's probably going to be smoother sailing. As far as consistency goes, a lot easier to route find. You know, just don't go down on either side. But we're getting there. Had my quads locking up a little bit. I was able to push through that. I feel a lot better. I did lose some feeling in my fingers, so I swapped my gloves out to my I'll show you my little black diamond guide gloves. Still got one pinky I can't really feel, but it's definitely coming back. Since I've got my puffy on, my core's staying nice and warm. It's helping out the extremities. So anyway, as you can see, we're still all alone, still busting trail. So hopefully we made somebody's day, was able to follow us up here. But anyway, I'll hit you guys again once we get to ridgeline. Bye. Whew. Hey guys, well, we're sitting a little over 12,000 feet right now. I'm gonna take my second break. It's warmed up a tiny bit, not a lot, but it's good enough for me to actually sit and take a good break before this next push. It's a little after 9 a.m. right now. My goal was to hit summit at 11. That would give me 2 hours to make it back down, which I think is pretty reasonable considering I'm gonna be skiing down. I'm not even trying to haul ass or like make it an epic or anything. I'm just gonna make my way down slowly and safely since I'm the only one out here. Next little problem band we have here is, I know we're gonna get the GoPro effect where you can't really tell steepness, but right off to my side here is a real steep chute that goes all the way down to this freaking canyon down here. And it's on the north aspect too, so you know that the AVI danger there is real. Probably the worst place you can be. But what's good is if you look at all these rocks and all this grass poking through, that's a really good sign, because that means we're pretty wind scoured up here. So I can stay on that stuff. And like I said before, you got to have angle and you got to have snow for a slide, no matter what, no matter what the conditions are, even if it's extreme. Without those two things, you won't have a slide. So I'm gonna play it smart. I'm gonna climb a little bit higher than the trail says to go. That way I can for sure be above the snow problem. And then if I have to drop back down, I'll drop back down. But take a little break here. I was trying to hide from the wind, but it doesn't really matter what side I go on because the wind keeps changing directions every 10 seconds. So it is what it is. Grab some snacks, grab some water, and got my little feet insulating in the snow. So all right, I'll leave this on, I guess. You can watch me stuff my face. There we go. I think that's perfect. All right. There we go. Everything takes a little bit longer in the cold. There we go. And it's almost time for goggles, guys, to be honest. As much as this wind is blowing up here, I feel like I probably want to get those pretty accessible, because I'm going to want them soon. All right, we're going to go frozen honey stinger. Nutrigrain. Yeah, we're gonna go Nutrigrain and Honey Stinger. Pretty tasty. Nah. One thing that a lot of people don't understand, you just don't know, is that your body has certain physiological reactions to altitude. And it's something that's just kind of ingrained in your DNA. Some people feel it at lower altitude, some people feel it much higher. And one of those kind of phenomenons is you kind of lose your sense of taste a little bit, and everything just tastes like cardboard. And when all your shit's frozen and it tastes like cardboard, it's like extra bad. So I always tell guys, look, I know that Cliff Bars have pictures of guys doing cool stuff on them, but those things are so bad in the mountains. I mean, I'm sure nutritionally they're fine, but man, those things harden up like crazy, and then and at least in my opinion, they just do not taste good. So I like stuff that starts off a lot softer. Nutrigrain bars, they're still pretty soft. It's like the tiniest bit crunchy. Although when I get to this Honey Stinger, it's gonna be like eating a dinner plate. But that's the way it is. There we go. A little better. Well, supposedly I'm about 2 miles away from Summit. I do have a no later than time that I'd like to get home. So that's going to be my priority. If I make Summit, I make Summit. That'd be great, but we'll see. Basically, as long as I'm going 1 to 2 miles an hour, then in theory I should have no problem making it in my time, which I think will be okay, especially if I get on this ridgeline and it's like consistently wind scoured, and I can put my boot and I can you know, pack my skis up and just boot pack it, then we're definitely going to be making some better time. So let's see how hard this thing is. Bro, look at this. It's so hard. I should have known. I mean, it's got honey in it. What does honey do when it gets cold? You know, so no surprise here. Getting ready to pack back up, hit this next problem set. I'm not gonna have the GoPro running for it. Again, if I had a chesty, I would. I'm kind of kicking myself for not having it, but you know, my full attention needs to be on my surroundings, not, you know, not worrying about film stuff. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the other side. Whew. All right, guys, so we passed the scary part. I was able to stick to the rock bands. I could feel that I was going straight down to the dirt, so the only chance that anything would slide would be if it sheared all the way to the dirt, which isn't super likely, especially at the you know, 25 to maybe pushing 30 at most degree angles we hit. So I'm in the rocks now, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to mountain mode. I'm gonna stow the skis, put my micro spikes on, pull the mountain axe out, and maybe try to boot pack it. That way I'm not freaking tearing my skis up, and I can self-arrest a lot better with an axe than I can poles. So I'll go ahead and do that. See if I can find a place to put the GoPro. So you at least have something to watch here as I switch over. Maybe. Whew. Not sure how much you can see there, but I think I got the wide angle on, so you should be okay. So let's pull the axe out. windy up here, guys. Legit windy. All right, here we go. The old school camp axe. I'm gonna stow my skis. Get some of that ice off of there. Drop some stuff. Oh boy. Woo! Yeah, that's windy, guys. Oh, good night. I dropped my little wooden cross. Comes with me. Alright, I gotta get some goggles on, or else I'm not gonna be feeling my face here real soon. Ski straps. Goggles. It's gonna be so much nicer when I get these on. Oh man. It's pretty wind blown. Yeah. Goggles definitely make it a lot better though. Wind chill. I'll just have to be careful with my nose. I've had frostbite on it before. I'll just have to be super careful. Make sure I'm tipping my head down. Usually it's just the wind. Other than that, I think the temp isn't too bad. Oh, got a little bit of a wind break for a couple seconds, I guess. And there's two. All right, there we go. Stick these guys out. Front pouch here. Come on. Oh man, it's like, there we go. That'll take care of it. maybe. There we go, a little bit, a little bit. Get a little bit more each time. This is ridiculous, isn't it? Watching me struggle with this stupid thing. Alright, we're gonna have to get the gloves off. I'm tired of this. Whatever's inside my pack shifted is now like making a weird angle. It's right there, whatever that is. Come on, go. There we go. There we go. We made some progress. Got my spikes. We'll get spikes on first and then we'll stow the skis. You know, everything takes a little bit longer up here. You're trying to keep yourself from getting too cold or losing anything. Alright. We'll go ahead and slide these in now. My little strap is frozen. I can get it enough to loosen it. Come on, just a little bit. There we go. There we go. Thanks for watching me struggle, guys. Kind of silly. Alright, goes right there. And tighten that sucker down. Alright. Now we got our skis stowed. Last step is get the micro spikes on. Guys, I don't know if I'm going to see anyone today. Ooh. You guys can even see anything. Maybe if I can stow my GoPro here. I don't know. Guess you can just watch me get spikes on. Dude, Bob wants to come out so bad. Man, I hope when he does, that wind stops. Boy, it's rough. On. All right. Let me get the other one, which is right here. Jeez, I thought I lost that. Come on. Oh, there we go. You can kind of see me. I think, maybe. Yeah, guys, look. It's coming out. Oh, man, I'm going to be so happy when that comes out. All right, well, I hope that was the right move, because I really don't want to go through switching back to my skis and everything. So let's just hope that this stays nice and clear for us. We'll see. We'll check you guys later. Hey guys, well, we're not gonna make summit today. I think if I wasn't worried about getting home by dark, I could push through, but this snow is real deep up here, way deeper than any field report I've seen. I'm like chest high climbing through rocks and snow. Just made it past the first fall summit, which is where we're at right now. So I've kind of got a little bit of a little hidey hole, but my goal was to summit by 11 or turn around, and it's not happening today, guys. So sorry to disappoint, but you know, the summit will still be there. I'm gonna be doing it again in a couple weeks with a crew. So hopefully I don't know if it's colder, maybe the snow will settle a little bit more. But yeah, it's getting kind of sketchy, and I'm all alone, and I'm not gonna bust time too. So I'm gonna start making my way down. You know, the descent is usually where most accidents happen, so I'm gonna be very careful. I'm gonna make my way all the way back to tree line before I get skis on, and then maybe there can be a little bit of an enjoyable descent. So anyway, that's what we're doing. You can see where I just climbed up. Like all these rocks sticking out. You don't know if you're standing on a rock, which is 3 inches below you, or if you find a hole where there's no rock and you go down to your freaking hip. So it's also kind of dangerous when it comes to like, you know, like broken ankles, things like that. So anyway, I'm gonna play the safe route, make it home safely. I'm having fun, so I'll summit some other day, but I learned everything I wanted to learn today. All right, I'll catch you guys up. Probably once we get back towards tree line and I get off the ridge, I'll probably start another video. All right, out. All right, guys. Well, just about made it back to the saddle. Tell you what, that was absolutely brutal. You know, post holing between knee and chest height while finding occasional rocks. Man, that took a lot out of me, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm a little disappointed. I'm not disappointed in my decision making. I'm disappointed. I just wish that I'd have made it up there, but you know what? The reason you make timelines when you're warm, when you're planning and all that, is just for that reason, because you're coherent, you're making decisions that make sense, and you stick to that. Because you don't want to come up here and pull an audible, say, you know, just go a little bit further, oh, just go a little bit longer, oh, just do another hour. You know, that's how you get yourself into an epic. And you know, being here by myself, I'm not playing that game today, but still a great adventure. I mean, minus touching the top of something, you know, just cruising around on 12.8, just got 13,000 feet. So I'm not disappointed. I just wish the snow conditions would have allowed me to get a little bit further, but it's just rough. So anyway, looks like we can probably get back on skis. I can see some of my tracks in there, I think. But I'll get myself back to that saddle and steer way down. Hopefully all my tracks didn't disappear, because everything up here is already gone. Hell, 15 minutes after I turn around, the tracks were gone. So either way, it's a lot easier finding your way down. So catch you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, well, here we are, boot packing down the rest of the trail. It took me about 2 hours to get down, even once I put the skis on. So, I mean, it was pretty rough conditions today. And honestly, once I had momentum and I just wanted to move, I just didn't feel like getting the GoPro out, which I'm sure you guys understand. watching me roll through just steep enough to go down snow and then crashing into rocks and stuff once I got closer to the bottom. So you didn't miss much. Anyway, now I'm boot packing down to the end. It's kind of cool. See what it looks like. I had no idea. You're like in a meadow with all these bushes around. Not too bad to skin up, but dude, skiing down this, dude, it'd be a freaking nightmare. So many little rocks and things that would grab your skis. But I don't know. It's probably for people who are better than me. But I'm just glad that I'm out of avalanche terrain, and I'm not going to be too far behind my time hack. But anyway, that's what we're doing. Making our way on down. And I will tell you, the route finding was pretty hard because all my tracks, minus like just a couple, were almost completely gone. And it's really easy to gulch out and go down someplace that you weren't supposed to go down. And now you create a situation for yourself. So very slow going on the way down. Just make sure I didn't get lost. And no one else has been up here except for a couple people I just met. They were just hiking up here. But yeah, no one bit it up at the ski tracks. So yeah, we'll just call today a good adventure. So anyway, oh shit, you guys almost saw me eat it. Hell yeah. I'll get you back on once we get back to the truck. All right. I have made it. I can tell you, I have never been so happy to see this truck. This was one today. I've done quite a bit of, you know, mountain objectives and stuff, but dude, this one, between the snow composition and the wind, dude, this was brutal today. But anyway, hope it was at least semi-entertaining or educational for somebody, and I'm gonna head on back down into the high plains and out of the mountains and go from there. Take care. Thanks for watching.